Now recording in progress. Now, I am with my partner.
Alexa, silence.
This is my partner,
I'm
Jay.
going to the news evening.
And we're going to be a boxing team and examining the big fights that are about to happen between Moses Agumababa, and I can't pronounce the name, is African. He's half African, half Czechoslovakian, and he's going to fight the body snatcher.
Usually,
Him. Will
this video is a little different because I usually sit on my right. Because every time I sit on the right, he says eyes closed. But now my eyes are closed. Look at the effect every time I say it.
he's
See?
zombie.
It makes no sense. I don't get it.
He don't get it
I
anymore.
don't get it. It just makes no sense.
Now we're gonna do an official predictions, and we're gonna go both ways. We're gonna play both sides against the middle,
All right, let's see,
and
guys.
you won't know who we're really betting on because it's a secret.
All right.
Okay.
So it's next week, August 16th,
Pay-per-view,
pay-per-view. That means it's gonna be big.
$50, and then
Who's the host? I'm not sure who's the host.
it's a the Zoom.
The Zoom is doing
They
it.
have the boxing for all around the world.
Yeah, so you gotta watch some.
Now, can you can make out what I wrote down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it the same way he read it.
Okay,
So I'm gonna try my best.
I'm gonna try my best.
So don't criticize me. Oh, look at the new calendar. You see the new calendars back there?
Oh yeah,
Do you
look
see
at
it?
yeah. I'm not a homosexual.
They got the male version and the women's. We have
I got the female, and that's what I originally wanted to get. But they got me the male
yeah, we
version.
got the whole collection. So
But the male version, they have no shirts on. While the females they're very they're what you call
they're more dressed up.
they're more dressed up. They're more prim and proper.
But we would have found another calendar, they would not be dressed up.
No, but we want to do that because this is a family channel.
Uh,
Yeah, that's right, because we can't do that even, and men can run around with no shirts on, but not women. Although by law, women can do it too, but they just don't do
do
it.
you guys know that there was a town in the United States where it's all naked people, and there's a rule saying that you can't wear clothes only inside your house?
And yeah, they're the nudist colonies.
Yes, that's what's called.
That's what they call the nudist.
Yes, there's a news conference, it's all over the news.
Naked people all over the place. And sometimes, you don't want everybody to be naked because not everybody's.
But that town is very unique.
It's very
If
unique.
you live in there, you cannot walk with clothes. You cannot have clothes. They believe that when people was born, they was born naked.
That's right. I've been
Every time.
people running around naked until God said, "Hey, get your clothes on and stop talking to snakes."
Right.
Because snakes.
So they wanted to bring that back to their little town.
But you know what?
Well,
people years ago had lots of hair on their bodies, so they had a little fur. Now we don't have the fur, so we can catch a cold if it's the environment is cold. What do those naked people do? Where they live in California, Sodom and Gomorrah, West. That's what it is. The naked people running around in California being naked.
Right.
Because that's why God gets mad.
Right.
He likes you put him in nice clothes, especially on Sunday when you go to church. Now, let's get into boxing.
All right.
It's right on the top going. You want to go from bottom to top or top from bottom?
Let's start from the top.
Let's start from the top. Can you make out my hair right?
Enrico, that's right.
Enrico.
Okay. Enrico Itama.
Or alias Moses Itama.
And alias Moses Itama versus the Body Snatcher.
The Body Snatcher.
Or
Dillian Whyte. Now, ironically, Moses is half white. His father or his mother, I don't know which one, was a Czechoslovakian or something like that, or a Serbian or whatever. And his mommy or daddy was black and African. But he is fighting a man whose name sounds like white, but he's all black. And he's the Body Snatcher.
But is he like strong or
Oh, the body snatcher can punch you in the body and it hurts a lot
Well, why did they call him the body snatcher?
because he hits you in the body and he knocks you out with body shots.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and Dilly and Moses is very fast. They call him the new Tyson.
Wait, you said Dillian White or Moses?
Moses is the half white guy.
Moses Itama or
Moses Atama
is
is his mommy, his daddy or mommy were
well,
Serbians or
what
something like
is
that.
Enrico is his nickname or
That's his, well, that's what they
his
nicknamed him.
era?
That's his alias.
Ooh.
And he's very fast
Uh-huh.
and he punches very hard and he's a very good boxer. But he hasn't been in tough fights. And they're gonna throw him in with the Russian, the Ukrainian, excuse me, Ukrainians. I don't know, making shit up with that. Yuki, what's his
The
name?
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Let's just call him Wild Al Ukrainian boy.
Wow.
Because he's got these wild eyes.
Wow.
And he's supposed to be the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali, only he's white and from Ukraine. He's fast, he can box, he can punch. He's never been floored in 300 amateur fights and 24 pro fights, never floored on the ground.
Right.
He's considered nearly invincible.
So if Moses is a quick, smart, faster, and Dillian is already one shot body hitter who put you who put your body on you snatch your body when you hit
Body
it.
snatcher. But he's getting a little old. He's getting a little old.
So
Body snatcher.
what's the bad side about them?
Well, the bad side about Moses.
Moses
Let's
and
just
Tom-
call him Moses because
Moses and Tom.
it's another Tom because I can't pronounce his
Moses.
name.
Right.
He never has been in a tough fight because
Oh,
you don't know what his chin is like.
that's his first tough fight.
Yeah, and he's only 19 years old.
Oh,
You put him,
wow.
he's a handsome boy, but he's too young. You don't fight him with the greatest fighter in the history of mankind, just
No.
like that. But you're gonna have him fight the body snatcher, but the body snatcher is 36.
Oh,
And again, a little 37, a little up
And-
there, slowing down.
and Dillian is what? How old is he?
Dillian is 36.
So
Dillian was,
36 versus a 19-year-old?
yeah,
And the 19-year-old never got hit?
it never got hit. We don't know, but the 19 was so
But
fast.
is their weight scale the same?
Yes. The 19-year-old is 6'4" and 225 pounds thereabouts.
Wow.
And the 36-year-old is 6'2" or 6'3" and 237 pounds, somewhere in that direction.
All right. And Dillian?
And Dillian's the 36-year-old.
He's what?
The body snatcher,
6 something?
6'3".
Almost 2.
They're almost
Almost the same height?
he's almost the same height.
Wow.
Thereabouts, yes. And he's only lost to
But
the
you don't
top.
think it might be an upside?
It could be.
Because he might get hit and then he might wake him up, or he might just quit.
Well, the thing is, probably Moses I suppose, will get to him faster. But if Dillian can survive the internal onset and hit one of his big punches, it could be totally big upset because Dillian White is from the streets.
Right.
He's from the streets. He had a hard upbringing, and he's only lost to the top
he-
men. 3 losses in his 25. What was that? I can't see. What it says? 31,
It says
31, 3,
31, 3, and 0 with
with 21 KO.
21 KOs.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good record.
And he's only lost to the top guys.
Tough fight.
Tyson
Tough fight.
Fury and Joshua and this Russian guy who upset him. That he came back and knocked out the guy in the next fight. So this is my prediction.
All right.
My prediction is going both ways because I played both sides by the middle. I cheat. Who do I think will win?
Okay,
In truth,
so if you had to pick one candidate that you think that's gonna take it off the market, who will it be?
I would pick
I think
Moses. No,
I think with what you told me, I think they didn't have a better chance than Moses.
no. See,
But what
see,
you're telling me is Moses might be an upset.
it could be upset, and that's why I'm betting both fighters. Because if there is an upset, it'll be a huge upset, and I'll make a whole bunch of money.
Mm,
See, I'm betting both sides against the middle because that's the way I roll.
okay.
Now,
Let's go talk about the next fighter. Hold on.
okay, the next one.
Hold on. What do you guys think about the news today?
The who?
You heard what happened in the train station?
What happened in the train station?
Well, this guy fell on the train
Oh no.
and they had to stop the five train. It was in the Bronx.
Oh, in the Bronx. Things happen in the
A
Bronx.
lot
The
of things
Bronx. Oh, no,
happened.
oh, the Bronx.
And he didn't make it. He was an old man, but it was so tragical and sad that it had to happen. People gotta be maybe they need to put a safe something to stop the people to
So,
going in from when the train is about to stop.
why did he fall? Did somebody push him?
I'm not sure.
I'm old too. I'm 66,
It can
60,
happen
yeah.
to anybody.
But they go in
That's what I'm
after the
saying.
old people
They
because they
gotta try
can't
to fix
defend
that.
themselves. They better stop it.
They gotta try to fix. How many death comes on it every day?
A lot.
They need to fix that because if that's the problem, they need to put barriers.
They need to
Like they
put
did
barriers.
downtown, they have that in barriers. They have little like separation barriers, so if the train
Yeah.
comes, no one go
Nobody can
close to the
go.
train.
Yeah. Because it makes me scared to go on the trains. And I'll never go on trains. I can't walk. I'm on a wheelchair right now.
But soon
Even
you're
when
gonna
I
be taking a train.
well, no,
But he gonna be shocked and surprised. He'll be like,
no,
"Oh, this
I
is
ain't gonna
new." He
no.
gonna look like an alien looking around like, "Oh my
No, I
God,
ain't got
what is
even
this?"
when I walk again, I'm not gonna take no damn train because they have a bunch of people with machetes. They say, "Oh, there's less gun violence in the trains." Oh yeah, but they're not talking about the machetes. What would you? I would prefer to be shot than hit with a machete. Oh, marring my little facey face. I'm a handsome man. I don't need this stuff. Okay, ladies.
So,
I'm
so,
available once I can walk.
so you
And
you heard what he said, right?
what?
He's not taking a train. That means he's gonna hire me as a personal driver.
He'll be my personal driver.
So I guess you get to enjoy parties with him when he
Yeah.
walks again.
When I walk, what's this song?
Which one?
You'll never walk alone. What's the Alexis play? You'll never walk alone. Alexis?
Alexa, play You Never Walk Alone.
You'll Never Walk Alone by Jerry and the Pacemakers.
There you go, Jerry in the basement.
Jerry in the
This is
basement.
the song.
Walk through the storm. Hold your head out. Doesn't can't say. Head out. And don't be afraid of the dark. The end of the storm is a glow of peace in the dreams of the love. Walk on through the rain. Walk on through the rain. And your name and unbroken. Yeah. Walk on, walk on, to home.
in your heart. And you never walk alone.
Alexa, stop.
Yeah,
All right, so now we
I
gotta
was gonna
talk
say about his scene. Now, the next fight, can you read that what it says?
We gotta do the next fight.
The Wrecking Ball.
The Wrecking Ball. Nick Ball.
Oh,
22-01 and 13 KO
and you know what?
versus he had no nickname.
No, he had no
Stanley
nickname.
Goodman. Goodman.
Goodman's a good fight.
20-0 and 8 KO. What you got to tell me about that?
Now,
fight?
oh, this could be a big upset.
This, well,
The
why
ball
you say that
is
for?
5'1". He's a little tiny little guy like you,
He's a
and
little
he's a little he's short. He's 5'1", and
Oh, he's 5'1"?
he's 5'1".
I'm not 5'1". That's the problem.
Yeah, you're not tall either. But anyway,
You calling me 5'7". I feel like you calling me.
well, he's a
5'7".
giant. Well,
If
next
you
time,
calling me 4'7", then we're gonna have an issue right now.
yeah, I'm gonna be assaulted. That's he's threatening me with elder abuse. The thing is, he thinks he plays basketball with children. That's what he does, and then he junks on them, and then he gets real proud of himself. Says, "Oh, look, I'm a great basketball player." I tell him, "Look," I said, "Look, you're a little person from Dominican Republic. We all know Dominican people can't play basketball. They're not allowed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Even white people play
They got the-
basketball
They
in
got the
Dominican."
they got the Dominican League.
They had to own that because they only can play with themselves. It's true. I know these stereotypes. All my stereotypes are true.
So why they say white people can play, but then not see them play, and then not you telling me our people can't play,
No, because
but we can play?
no, you can't play because see, this is what it is.
Well, it is.
Black people are extra tall and big arms, and they have extra bones in their legs. But the thing is, this is the irony. There's a white girl, because black lesbians who play in the basketball leagues, they can't play basketball. They can only rough people up. And this white girl, she's a freak of nature. She can actually dunk. She can actually make baskets.
Wow.
She's the freak of nature. She's a Darwinian. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't fit,
Yeah.
but she's winning it, but they're punishing her. You know why they're punishing her?
Why they
Because
punishing?
they're jealous. Because and also I think they have to want to do the hoopy doop with her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because that's what happens. Remember when you're in high school, you got, oh, I was attracted to somebody who dunked their pigtails in the inkwell?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. Now, the thing is, the Wrecking Ball is fighting Goodman, who can box, who's a good aggressive boxer puncher, and he can go from side to side, and he can give the Wrecking Ball angles
Yeah, but why is he called the Wrecking Ball?
because he comes at you like a little ball of a bowling ball. He's so little, he keeps on top of you like a little white Joe Frazier. He's a white guy, by the way. He's an
So,
Englishman.
He give you like 100 hits, and he just wrecking your bones. That's what you're telling me.
Well, he doesn't hit low, but he's like, and he beat this guy called Raymond Ford, who was this big black, not a big black guy, but a top American fighter who was a boxer puncher, and he outpointed him by a very close decision.
Wow.
In fact, Raymond Ball Ford is fighting, whose nickname is the Savage, is fighting uh El Supera. What's his name? Well, read it off because I can't. My eyes don't betray. Super C Raymond Ball.
We're in the same page?
Yeah.
Sam Goodman?
No, you just did that. No.
Okay, so what does Sam do then?
Sam Goodman can box from side to side. He's very aggressive,
Uh-huh.
and he could give Raymond Ball, the Wrecking Ball, angles.
So who would you go for?
Oh, this is a tough one.
Hey, look,
I would say that I think Goodman's gonna do an upset, and that's why I'm gonna make some money.
oh, so you think because he's what, taller, bigger, what is it?
Because he's more mobile and more dimensional.
He's a younger,
And he's
older? What
about
is
the
he?
same age.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're both in their prime.
Interesting.
And Sam Goodman's from Australia, and Australian fighters are tough
Oh yeah.
because they were prisoners and they were thrown into Australia as a punishment, so they're descendants of criminals
Wow.
and they're outdoorsmen and outdoorswomen. Do you know?
Yeah.
Because most of the majority of the population from Australia were originally criminals,
I
that
know.
they have proportionally more men than the women's. That's true. It's a statistical fact. At least it was when I was a kid. But who knows what's going on with this immigration thing? They could have a whole bunch of foreigners coming in there and balancing the criminal female population of Australia.
That's you.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows that. It's not publicized. And oh, look at this. Those are aliens, and maybe this. They say that aliens are.
That's why they transport people to the islands, and then when they drop them years later, they got stronger and stronger.
They got
And
strong.
instead of making them worse and suffering, they got stronger.
That's what sometimes a bad thing turns out to be a good
To
thing.
be
a
very
thing,
good.
and it reverses itself.
Right.
That's
All right.
now. Now what's
Now we
going
gotta
on?
talk about
The Nova. Nova is a very
Savage, right?
yeah. We're going the Savage is
Sav-
fine. El Super.
Savage It's called Savage Raymond Ford 1711 and AKO versus El Sabor El Super
El Super.
Super Abram Nova
Ah.
24 3-1 and 17 KOs.
Yes.
So what you think about
Oh,
this
this could be a
specific fight?
big upset
Why?
because Nova has all the talent in the world, but he's come up short when he stepped up. But
Mm,
yet he has more talent than I think Ford. I believe that. If he put his mind to it and he was really dedicated, he could beat Ford. And you know what that means?
what that means?
That means I make some cash flow.
So what's the difference between Savage and a Super?
Savage is savage and tough, and he's a boxer puncher. He only has like 1/3 of his fights by KO, but he's very intense. And he's a
Oh.
boxer. But the Nova is a supernova, and he's more talented, I think. He just doesn't have his head together.
Oh, so
Get your head together, Mr. Nova.
he's all over the place, basically.
Yeah, he's lost a few fights that he should have won.
Okay.
Oh.
And Raymond, what does he have? Speed.
Raymond has speed and boxing ability, and he's very good. But he's conventional. He's a busy fighter. So this is tough. It could go either way. But I'm gonna bet on both guys. But if I bet on the favorite, I only make a few bucks. But when I bet on the underdog,
Yeah.
together with my parlay, which I will normally do, I'm gonna make big bucks.
Oh.
And I'm gonna get me presents for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about Tish for tats?
That's that. You're getting yours what's her name? What's her name? Tell me what her name is. I keep on forgetting.
Letitia James.
Letitia James, you tried to frame Mr. Trump, my hero. And you know what you're getting?
What you
You're
got?
getting it back, tit for tat. Now we're gonna get you, and you'll be in trouble because you did some illegal things. You violated his civil rights. And
Okay.
now, and tried to take $500 million from him to break him.
Oh,
But now
no.
he's gonna break you, honey.
He blackmailed him.
Yeah,
And she thought he was gonna get away.
yeah, but Trump you know what? When they went into his things and they tried to humiliate him, and Trump said, "No, you're gonna get punished for being bad boys and bad girls." It's just like Obama, he's gonna go to jail too. Oh, I'm going to jail, and Trumpy is in hell. Trumpy is my hero, yes. I love my Trumpy. I'm a culty for my Trumpy, for he's the best. And they keep on saying, "Oh, it's called the personality." Well, you know what?
What?
He loves us, and he has a great personality. So up yours, bad people. Bad people, you don't even understand.
They don't understand nothing.
No, you don't understand the logic here.
All right.
You make your mind look at my brow, it's mad.
Oh no.
You don't want to get me mad.
No.
I'm in direct contact with God. He gives a tingle up my spine when things are going well, And then he says, I'm gonna get the bag.
Mm.
Well, see, if you look behind me,
Yeah.
you can't see. I
Okay.
have, you can't see, but I have a Trumpy. I have a Trumpy statue. Trumpy, he's not dumpy. He got rid of Biden and gave him a hiding. And when Harris got in the way, he pushed that big broad with the big boobs away.
Oh,
She
wow.
spent $1 billion to defeat him, and she lost all the states and the popular and the electoral vote. You know what?
Well,
That means God is on Trumpy's side.
yep. That's what that means.
Glory, glory, Donald Trump. Glory, glory, Donald Trump. Glory.
See, even the gangbangers are on our side now. The tide has turned culturally.
Oh,
Then,
no,
yeah.
they're turning culture.
Yes. Now, what's the next one?
All right, the next one is gonna be
Animal.
El Animal
Felipe
Felipe Hokovic 18-1-0 and 14 KO versus the Big D David Adili 14-1-0 14 KO.
Now, this is going to be an interesting fight.
Why?
Well, first off, you know what happens with these Eastern European fighters? They go train with Mexicans, and they
Okay.
want to get a Mexican. In honor of the Mexicans, they call themselves El Anime, but he's actually a foreigner from the Eastern Europe bloc.
Uh-huh.
But they're very good. He's very durable. He's
Right.
never been stopped, I don't think. And he's fighting David Big D Hannibal, who's an English black man, and he's a very big puncher, but he's been knocked out. You got to question the man's chin, and
Right.
he's not going to be knocked out.
Question is, can he take a hit?
That's right. And he was knocked down by this guy, oh, I forget his name, who was worldly, who was a very big puncher, who just knocked out a Samoan guy who was a very good fighter. And he has a big punch. And he was in well, we're gonna go into his history. We'll do that some other time. But the point I'm making is this. Animal is gonna destruct the Big D. It's true. Now,
So basically, depending on how he fight, if he takes too much hit, but he's not used to it,
right.
it's gonna be a big upset.
Well, he's been knocked out before, and the animal from the Eastern Europe bloc,
Mhm.
he's gonna outlast him and beat him, and then maybe knock him out. That's my prediction.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now this is the next one. It's almost
The
the
next
end.
one, almost there. Ready?
Harito Tisamimo. Can you pronounce that?
Hobeto Tisasumi 7-0-0 and 4 KO versus Oz Arshfe 13-3-1 and 5 KO.
Yeah. Now they're building up these Japanese fighters.
Uh-huh.
So they gave him a tough guy, not too tough because they want the Japanese to win. The Japanese are good fighters. They do it. They're very intense and
But they could fight it, but they already got karate.
Yeah,
They already have kung fu.
yeah, I got that.
They have Chinese restaurants.
Oh yeah, they have the Chinese restaurants.
They have Chinatown.
They got Chinatown.
And they all over the world. Now you taking boxing too?
Yeah, they're greedy.
I mean, I like
Although
them. They treat people nice. But come on, man.
look, they're fighting.
There's not enough Dominicans in this whole world.
Just you gotta give up the Dominican patriotism. You got this Ortiz who's disappointed everybody because they tried to put him on the mound and he drowned because he choked. Because that's what happens with the Dominicans. They're chokers. That's true. You know what? The Puerto Rican community is not supportive of the Dominican community. You know why?
Wow.
Because Dominicans talk too fast.
Oh.
Oh, they go. "Beep, beep, 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 beep."
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And they mix up Puerto Ricans with Dominicans, and the Puerto Ricans say, "I'm not a Dominican," and the Dominicans say, "I'm not a Puerto Rican," and they have a feud going on, which makes my white soul feel good because they're not picking on me no more. I dated a Dominican girl once, and I dated a Puerto Rican girl, and they badmouthed each other, and I was so happy because they won't pick on me no more.
Right.
When I was little, they used to pick on me, but no, they can't because I'm bigger. Although you can pick on me now, I'm in a wheelchair, but that's not the point.
That's not the point.
Don't live in the past of the present.
No.
I say live in the future, and the future is colored Vinny.
Not black and white.
Not black and white,
Color.
colored. And when you know what? When they say white frigidity and white this and white that, it makes God mad. You know why?
It's not Nintendo 1664.
It's 1964, and my light skin is not white.
It's PlayStation 5.
It's pink. It's a pink rose colored. If you look at me, because I got high blood pressure, let me tell you something. You better watch it, because you know why? Because God misinterprets things. When you say, because he's a white light. He's a
It's-
glowing white light. And when you say bad things about
He's-
white lights, they
He's
get
not young Winnie Houston. Winnie Houston. He is a Beyonce.
No,
The new Beyonce.
the cowboy
Because
badass.
this is the past and this is the future.
This
That's
the
what's
future.
going on.
And you know what happens?
What happened?
Get your education.
Right.
When what black people sleep with white people, right?
Right.
They get a little whiter. And then if it goes a few generations, you can't even tell that they were black at one time.
Ah.
Same thing with the Chinese. Same thing with the
Yeah, Chinese is mixed now out.
they're
They
Eurasians
mixed
in
now
here.
out.
You know what? Bruce Lee's son, who got killed so tragically, he looked white. He's a little bit of Asian things going on here.
Maybe he got an Asian eyes,
But he had a
Yeah,
little bit, he had
he look
structure.
white. Yeah.
But yeah, and his sister, who is still alive, looks white. See, you people gotta educate themselves. And that it's not that we're superior to you, it's that all of you will turn to us eventually. It's a white world after all. Dominicans, except for the Dominicans, we can't, because you know what the thing with Dominicans?
What?
They're too short.
Oh,
They're little tiny people.
yeah.
And they talk too fast, and nobody wants to communicate with them because beep, 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 beep.
Right.
That's it. I love him, but I like him anyway. I put up with him.
Oh.
I do, even though he's a gangbanger and he has we can't even see his eyes. Look, open the eyes and show what they would look like. He's a sleepy, but look, he's a zombie.
I'm talking to him, looking at you. I'm staring. You see my mean face? I'm looking at you.
I think
But
a
you
bunch
can't
of
see.
Haitians
I see him.
put a curse on him. When he has to do me in the morning, like, well, I mean, do me in the morning. I mean,
Let me
wake
clean
up,
him up.
like,
you know.
clean me
Guys,
up.
don't get confused.
He's a zombie.
Clean him up.
I,
right?
you know what happens? Sometimes, he has some hard hands, and it's like he's doing a car.
It's like when I wake up, right? I don't know where I'm at.
He don't know where he's at.
I just know what to do.
And
And sometimes I let my hands get carried away.
and let me tell you something. Sometimes what happens, he goes here and he's a zombie because I think the Haitians put a curse on the Dominicans. Because all the zombies come from Haiti.
Ah.
And the Dominicans ruled Haiti for a little while. And then the Haitians ruled Dominica for a little while. And they went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Ah.
And you know what? They show maps of the Haiti and Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is very lush and beautiful. And Haiti
all
looks
destroyed. It look like Israel. If you compare Haiti to Israel, that's exactly what it look like.
It's true.
But
and-
it's a little different. That's the only thing Israel has completely different. But the town, the building, the
building.
floors, the ground,
And they're having this
all
problem.
look the same
And you
thing.
know why? Because Hillary Clinton and Clinton, they stole all the money from the Haitians. Because they put in billions and billions and billions of dollars into Haiti. And where'd it go? It didn't go to the Haitians.
They didn't want to work
No.
with them.
They didn't have the Haitians work in their work sites. What the hell is going on here?
Right, they're losing money.
Yeah, cause and they're bad boys in bed. Hillary Clinton's a murderer. I know. She was in Epstein Island with her boyfriend, husband. They were doing the hoopy doop with the young girls.
Mm.
I'm telling you, it's truth.
Ah,
I'm mixing up my boxing with my political, and I don't care.
but okay, so tell me something about Howato Sasame.
Wata Hausate
Tell me.
is a Japanese prospect that that they're building up. They're building up him as a prospect.
What is he? A speed? He's a
He's a
power,
boxer puncher.
body hitter,
But he's very aggressive.
aggressive.
And honestly, I saw his brother fight. I
Oh.
haven't seen him fight. So maybe I did. My brain not working no more.
But he's doing good. 7 and 4 KOs.
Yeah,
Not
but
bad.
these Japanese
How
even
about
have better.
Osis?
Osis?
Yeah. Os Ashford.
I don't know. I looked him up, but I couldn't find him. And that's a
Oh.
bad sign if you
So
can't
that
even
means that this is like
a setup.
it could be
In the records.
not a setup, but it's like a even fight
No, it's not even because the Japanese
because
guys.
you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
You don't
It's
know
not
what's
even
going on.
on the
He's not
internet.
even on the internet.
I couldn't figure. I can't find because I don't just rely on my magical psychic powers. I research things.
Mm.
I
So who's
research-
the main fighter, the main event fighter?
The main event fighter is Moses versus Dylan the White.
Ooh.
But I think that Moses is too fast.
So what happened last week? There was a main event fight. Now, before that fight, that fight was so good that the main event fight was not that good.
That's true. They had two, I even forget their names. There's two old time fighters, right? One was uh, something Junior, who was a Mexican, and he was fighting, believe it or not, a Dominican, a tough Dominican.
Oh yeah, he was fighting a Dominican.
But I forget his name. You should know. You're a Dominican patriot. You should know your own people's names.
Right.
Why don't you know them? You know why?
He left the older man with a bruised eyes.
Yeah.
But he never gave up. And they thought he was gonna go down quick.
Right. And it was a incredible fight. Blood and guts and rock'em
There's
sock'em
blood on the
robots.
floor everywhere, the whole night.
And both
I'm like, that should have been the main event.
but they switched the hit. And then when
When the main event came, it wasn't even the main event no more.
well, it was good, but it wasn't great.
It wasn't great. Yeah.
That was it.
It happens a lot, so
You never
can't
know.
really never know, yeah.
You never know. Now I think
We got one more story.
we'll go.
Okay, you probably heard of gunman blames COV vax for his ills. Cop kills in the CDC shooting. Have you read about this or not?
No, I haven't read about, but you tell. You know what it is? Some of these things are legitimate, and some of these people are Looney Tunes, and they were influenced by the internet. And like they had that guy who thought he got a football injury and he had brain damage, and he came into the city to shoot people at the NFL.
Right.
Well, it was in high school football, so the NFL didn't have anything to do with it. And it's not clear whether he had the brain injury from football.
Okay. So
So he just, so it could have been schizophrenia.
do you know about the art of war deal?
Yeah, they're gonna go to Alaska. Trump is trying to stop the war.
Tell the people about this.
I'm gonna tell you about the tragedy in the Ukraine.
Tell them about
I'm gonna tell
it
you.
before we
Yeah.
end this whole
Okay,
conversation.
because I'm sympathetic with the Ukraine.
Yeah.
The Ukrainians have been in my neighborhood. And they are beautiful women, by the way, and fierce and hero men.
Right.
But the Stalin, the Russians, they used to be the original settlers of Russia. They were called the Rusk, and they settled in Ukraine, which was the original capital of Russia. But then the other Russians got jealous and they said, let's move the capital to Leningrad and Moscow and away from the Ukraine. And they turned the Ukraine into just a bunch of farmers to the farming, and they got, because it was the wheat basket of Russia, because most of Russia is a big ice cube. Well, when Stalin came into power, he said, look, Ukrainians, we're going to make you give up your farms. or else. So he
Oh,
starved them out. And he starved 7 million Ukrainians starved to death just before World War II, which made them crazy
yeah.
because that was a terrible thing. And then they get invaded by the Nazis. Then they get invaded by the Russians.
Right.
And then they're stuck between the two of them. Well, after World War II, they gave Ukrainian more rights because they mistreated them so badly.
Right.
But there was a problem here.
What was the problem?
When the Russians fell because they were so corrupt and hollowed out because of all the people they murdered of their own people, they a drunk became the president of Russia.
What?
And yeah, a drunk Yeltsin. And he said, I won't invade the Ukrainians as long as they give up their missiles. And America went along with it. And they said, oh, you should give up your missiles, your atomic missiles. Well, you know what happened?
What happened?
Well, the drunk got out of power and Putin became president of Russia. And
Mm.
Putin wanted to restore the Soviet Union and restore the Ukraine to Soviet control. Well, not Soviet, gangster control, because he's more gangster than Soviet. Well, they've been totally ruthless and they've invaded Ukraine. And the Ukrainians are losing because there are 37 million Ukrainians and about 200 million Russians.
Mm.
Do the math. It's a war of attrition, and the Russians don't lose a war of attrition. It's that easy. But what could happen is maybe the Russian people get so sick of Putin because they've lost 1 million people, the Russians.
Yeah.
But the Ukrainians can't spare. They're running out of men. They have to draft women. Beautiful Ukrainian women. Oh, when they're fighting, and Yuki, the crazy Ukrainian president, he's a good patriot. They're all patriots. It breaks my heart. We might have to give him up. But Trumpy's gonna not let it happen. But it's also the Ukrainians are not. The problem is they're a democracy, right?
Yeah.
But they got a lot of corruption, and we've been giving them billions of dollars, and some of that billions of dollars is going into people's bank accounts.
Mm.
So, and that's why Trumpy wants them to pay their own way.
I see.
Yeah, and also Putin is threatening to use atomic weapons all the time. I'm gonna blow you up with atomic weapons and make you blow up.
Oh no.
And Putin might be so unhealthy that he got nothing to lose. And he might make a yes, true. And then you know what that'll happen if that happens?
Well.
That'll affect me, and I don't like radiation poisoning.
Oh no.
He's ready for radiation poisoning. See, he's got his glasses on, he's got his hat.
No.
Say Paris.
We have to cut it off. No, cut that
No.
off.
Yeah, and it scares me because that'll interrupt all my boxing because radiation and boxing don't mix. And then you know what's going to happen in the Middle East? Israel, the Iranians make it a bomb, and then the Israelis get a bomb, and they use atomic weapons, and it'll be a big pie fight with atomic weapons. It scares me sometimes, but then I think, no, it's not going to happen because God has provided us with the man, Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. His truth is marching on. True. He's a little wide in the hips. It's true. We'll have to get the white horse that he'll come in reinforced, maybe with iron too. But he's gonna be our president again, and he's not like Mussolini. He's far taller than they keep on calling him Hitler, but he has more Jews in his cabinet than any bar mitzvah. And then they stop. They should stop that because he's a nicer guy. Yes, he isn't into war. He's into terrorists, and to avoid war, he should get the Nobel Peace Prize. My trumpet marches on. Now turn this thing off and have me keep on looking and things so my eyes don't go down and I look like a Chinaman.
All right,
You
guys.
know where it's over here.
Come on.